way. Mheshimiwa, Baba today held a press conference. He says he hasn't declared he's running, and he'll probably declare by the end of the month.
That is exactly true. I have not seen him or heard him say that he's running for 2022. And I think he said that at the opportune time, he will be able to do that. And I think he is going around the country. He has been to the mountain. He has climbed the mountain. I think on Monday I saw him in Northeastern. He was also in Mombasa, he was in Western, he was in Nyanza, and I think he will be going to Turkana and the rest of the country. Maybe after he is through with that trip, then he will be able to make up his mind whether he is vying or not. And actually, if I heard him right, he said that he will be vying or not, depending on what he gets on the ground. So we are still waiting.
What are your thoughts? You think he'll ride?
We are still waiting because from the indications, he'll be vying because going by the reception that he got from the mountain, an area where he will not even have audience, I think is something that he needs to consider running.
Yeah, and Senator, the Deputy President has been going to the mountain as well, and mountain traditionally has voted as a bloc, but he's very popular on the ground, you must admit.
Yes, indeed. There has been several opinion polls which seems to vindicate that point, that he is very popular in Mount Kenya region. Remember, we have had several by-elections in that region. We went to Nakuru, which is also Kikuyu majority county. We had a by-election in London Ward. UDA won. We came to Kiamba, next to His Excellency constituency of Gatundu. We won as UDA. We went to Juja, again we won. We went to Nyandarua, Rurie, we won. So it has been a hustler nation tsunami in the entire Mount Kenya region.
The scramble for the mountain is every presidential hopeful's destination, Mheshimiwa. Why? It's such a strange phenomenon.
Of course, it's very strange, and it's still very early to actually say that you are home because in the mountain we usually make our decisions after doing a lot of consultations. In fact, you'll be lying to yourself to say that you have bagged the mountain. And if I can take you down the memory lane, in 1997, when Kangata was in class, that 1997, I was in the fourth year at the University of Nairobi, the University of Nairobi. He was still in high school. And there was this Masai and Giru, that wave was in central Kenya when Giru was vying. But when it came to the tail end of the campaign season, Giru did not get the votes, if you remember.
I remember.
So it will be foolhardy for any person to assume that they have bagged the mountain for now. Having been elected twice in the mountain, at least I have a little bit of the history of the mountain. That before we embark on any major decision, as a mountain we always retreat. If I can remind you, in 2012, we had the Remulu 1 and Remulu 2, where we came up with the name of Irungu Kangata as a presidential candidate. And for sure, he won. We have not moved from that decision. And we said categorically that Irungu Kangata will be our spokesperson. And if there is any person who wants to engage us, we will engage us through Irungu Kangata. So we will still have Remulu 3. We will also maybe have Sagana 3, where we will make our decision. Remember, my good friend Senator Kangata came up with a funny letter, which he had purported written to the president, but leaked to the media. And he purported that he had done some research in Moranga Road. Oh, okay, maybe Moranga, but I think maybe he had done it in Moranga Road, saying that BBI is not popular. And he even went underground. Kangata is my friend. I really looked for him, on phone, but he was mere. He went for about 2 weeks or so. But when we went for the Sagana 2, under the stewardship of His Excellency Irungu Kangata, and we were taken through, the people of the mountain were taken through the content of BBI, we left there united. And that is the reason you saw that all the Mount Kenya counties unanimously passed the BBI. Unanimously, including Kangata's county, where none of the MCAs dissented. It came to Parliament, we passed that BBI. So any person now, like the fake research that Kangata is alluding to, one, of course, that one for BBI, and also assuming that Deputy President is leading in Central, is still a fallacy. And we will be able to know the exact position of the mountain when the mountain will retreat and the mountain will speak in one voice. We have never spoken in divergent voices. In fact, whenever we vote, look at the history. In 2000, okay, of course, 2013 and 17, we voted in one direction. The same case. In 2002, of course, there was a split vote between His Excellency Irungu Kangata and His Excellency Moi Kibaki. But in essence, we were also voting together. So it will not be any different in 2022 because we will look at our interests. We will look at where our interests will be captured better. We will look at an individual who is going to address two issues, just two. Jeff, our underrepresentation and our not getting our fair share of resources. If you have been consistent in supporting us in those two, we'll give you our votes. If you have not been consistent in supporting those two, kindly know that you are not going to get our votes.
Senator, your thoughts?
First, allow me to respond to the issue concerning my letter, which my colleague has raised. Let me say that President Uhuru Kenyatta is a good person. And personally, I have a lot of respect to him. I think the problem with Jubilee Party is that the leaders who are near the party and also His Excellency, they are just lying to him. Of course, I understand why they do so. They still want to continue being chairman of powerful parliamentary committees.
So you're saying the chairman here lies to him?
I don't know, I doubt. I know him as a good person, but I can tell you, they just want to lie, make a little bit of money, yeah? And of course, everyone loves that lavish life you get when you are a leader in Parliament, in the National Assembly, in the Senate. But some of us are Christians. We were taught by our parents that we should never lie. And it is, for me, what I did in that letter, I told His Excellency, BBI is going to fail. It's a scandal. They put, of course, they say, no, you are lying. They kicked me out of that parliamentary position. They told me to repudiate the letter. I said, no, sorry, I'm a Christian. I can't lie. BBI is going to fail. It failed. And I can tell you it's dead. So for me, I'm vindicated. They continue being paid, getting a little bit of money as chairman of powerful committee in the National Assembly. But the truth is, BBI failed, and it won't go anywhere.
No regrets. No regrets with your letter.
No, I'm vindicated. Okay. Yeah, no, allow me to finish. Allow me to finish. You know, he talked for almost that minute. So now the second issue. Yes. Concerning Baba, he is saying that Baba has not declared that he's running for a presidency. Yes, of course, I understand. Yeah, it is true. Baba seems not to remember what he has been telling Kenyans, going out to Northeast and making promises. Of course, you know, he is also getting a little bit old, so maybe he can't connect what he has been telling the people in various venues and the act of actual declaration. I understand. He is fairly... His age is advancing. No, I pray for him.
What's your point? What's your point? Is he going to run?
Of course, he has been telling us he's running. But today he seems to be saying something contrary. So for me, I'm trying to argue, maybe it has something to do with his advancing age. I don't know. Now, allow me, please. I didn't disrupt you when you were speaking.
Age has nothing to do with it. I mean,
exactly. No, you see, today he's telling us about what he's going to do for the country. Tomorrow he says he is yet to make his mind whether he's running.
Yeah, he's building up. Maybe he's building up the whole...
No, what building what? I recall I saw on television, he was in Northeastern. He was giving certain pledges. Yeah, he went to meet some rich people in Mount Kenya. He gave out certain pledges. But now today he's saying he's not, I don't know, he is yet to make a declaration. If that is not a declaration, then clearly he's confused. That's why I'm alluding, maybe we should not feel bad. It has something to do with advancing age. We pray for him. Now, finally, my colleague here is talking about that Mount Kenya will make a decision. It is yet to make a decision. That decision was made 6 years ago by the people of Central Kenya, the person they are going to vote for. And that person is none other than William Samoei Ruto.
How was that made 6 years ago? Just explain to us.
Oh, I recall President Kenyatta, he told us, yangu 10, ya Ruto 10. And since that time, by the way, our people are stuck with that. And for a good reason. You see...
Okay, hold that thought. I see.
That's very interesting. One, of course, we, as Kikuyus and as Africans, we really respect our, our older persons. We always give them tremendous respect. And, when you talk in a way that as if you are not respecting them, it's not very good, because basically you're also hoping that God giving you the years, you still advance to those years. Yeah. And the kind of memory that His Excellency Raila Odinga has, I think he has even a better memory than some of us. The kind of history he gives, I have engaged him. In the past, Jeff, I have never had an opportunity, not even desirous, to listen to him. But now I say, no, let me listen to him. Because he has always wanted to give us a message. But unfortunately for us Kikuyus, we had said, since you are vying against one of our own, we never wanted to hear anything from him. But of late now, I've been able to engage him, and he is very resourceful. The issue of him trying to say that he's forgetting, I don't think he has that selective memory. He doesn't. Okay. Maybe what he has not done. What
changed in you? What changed? You said you never listened to him before, right? What changed?
Yeah, I'll come to that. Saying that, in the past, as I have earlier said, we had never given him an ear, because basically we had said that we have one of our own vying. In 2002, of course, he teamed up with Mzee Mwai Kibaki, and he said Kibaki tosha. And when he came to Nyeri, I remember we called him Jamba, because he set aside his ambitions and said, Mzee namshikiria, and of course he became the president of the Republic of Kenya. Unfortunately, it did not work out very well, because some of the things maybe they had agreed on were not met. But let's go back to history, because I want to build up why we are where we are. Before independence, there was Mzee Jaramogi and James Gishoro. And I remember during that, the history that we are given, Mzee Kenyatta was still in the cells. And Mzungu, told these two men, I'm going to give you independence. Mzee Jaramogi and James Gishoro from the government. Mzee Jaramogi said, we are not yet uhuru, we are not getting